What's up, guys? I'm your host, Sean Grammer. In today's episode, we make a wide receiver tier list. This is the Vikings. The Vikings rode to 500 wins.
The Broncos I've liked ever since Peyton Manning played there.
So, let's get into this. What I'm doing actually is how I would rate every single starting wide receiver in the league. As you might know, if you're one of the two people that watched my quarterbacks video, I rated every single starting quarterback in the league, but these tiers are slightly different. So what I do is I take all these wide receivers and place them in a certain tier, plus giving you an exact number for where I would rate them. And just so you know, I'm not doing it the way Madden does it, which is where I would put 3 wide receivers at 99 and 4 at 98, because as I mentioned in the last video, I don't like how Madden does ratings. I think Madden puts way too many players in like the 99 overall, 98 overall, even 97 overall. Basically, I think unless you're like an absolute god, you should not be a 98, 99, maybe even 98. Which is why I like how PFF does a lot of their ratings. Like, they're often when they get a final grade, few guys will even get into the 90 overall. Like, getting 90 overall for your PFF grade is like getting 99 overall in Madden. So let's start. So at the top here we have 99 overall for the and then 96 to 98. This is something I switched up. Last time it was 90. I did 99 and 98, and then 90 and then 98 and 97. Now I have 96 to 98. Then 91 to 95, 86 to 90, 81 to 85, 71 to 80, and then 70 and below. Last time it was 69 and below, this time it's 70 and below. Anyways, start off with Jamison Crowder. 77. Being the number one wide receiver on the Jets, he doesn't even do that much. I don't think I've heard a single one of his stat lines ever, honestly. A.J. Brown. This guy, if he's not injured, he's actually pretty dang good. And I think Madden rated him like an 86 or 85 last year, which at first I thought was kind of low, but that was also back when I was fine with players getting 99s just for being okay. So, where would I put A.J. Brown? Somewhere between 81 and 90. Gosh, this is hard. I'm gonna say 85 overall. 85 overall. Okay, now Debus Samuel. If we're talking like before last year, he's like 83 when he's healthy, but most of the time he's injured anyway. He would maybe get like a snap per year if he's lucky without breaking his leg mid-snap. But then this year he really popped off. He's also a really good running back too. And he actually, during the Pro, I'm not even joking, there's a clip of him with one of the sideline reporters, I'm not sure which one. She asked him what position he is, because he's a wide receiver, but he also plays running back. He just goes, I'm a wide back. I'm a wide receiver who plays running back, which is exactly what he is. He's basically he's kind of turning into like a Ty Montgomery or a Cordero Patterson, like a wide receiver that really plays more running back. I'm gonna give him an 80. I'm gonna give him an 87 overall. Yes, I do think Debus Samuel is better than A.J. Brown. Marquise Hollywood Brown. 2019, Marquise Hollywood Brown was like in here. Ever since then, he dropped to here. Now I would give him like a 70. There are some games he'll do really good, but most of the time he does basically nothing. I'm gonna say I also feel like he's like no better than Jamison Crowder. He just has more speed and less hands. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's used a little bit more than Jamison Crowder. Jamison Crowder's like a 77. I'm gonna say Hollywood is a 78. Tyler Boyd. He's another guy. He never really did much up until like last year. First of all, he was behind AJ Green for his entire career, so obviously he got overshadowed. But then even this year, he was also behind T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. So but he is still pretty good. He just doesn't always get the numbers or touches. So I'm gonna give him 83 overall. Adam Thielen. This is a guy, I'm not even joking, back in Madden 19, when I really first got into watching Madden videos, I honestly thought he could be the rating of his team of the year, which was 96 overall. I thought he was that good. And that year he got 1,373 yards. That even that performance is not even 99 overall, 96 overall. And like, so okay, there are some times he could legit be rated 99 overall, no question. There's sometimes he's just that good. Like every single game he plays against the Packers, 99 overall, no question about it. Like, and he's like a 95. So I'm gonna give him if I give these guys like an 85 and 83, I want to give him like an 86, but I know if I give these guys like an 85 and stuff, I'm gonna give Adam Thielen I'm gonna give him an 85. He's an 85. Emmanuel Sanders. This guy I've legit forgotten about him just because really ever since like 2015 when he played with the Broncos, I've like never heard his name since then. A little bit when he played with the Broncos after that, and then he played with the 49ers in 2019. But then, let's see, 2019, 2020, I can't remember. I think 2020 moved to the Saints, and then 2020 to the Bills. And he actually got like the same numbers that Cole Beasley did. So, I'm gonna give him an 80 overall. Jamar Chase. He's just Marquise Hollywood Brown if Hollywood had some stickum on his hands. Who, honestly, yeah, and that's the thing. Like he's not just fast; he also has incredible hands. So I can't just be like, all he's is fast. 82 overall. He's also even if he had lost all of his speed and became like a slow dude, kind of like an Adam Thielen. Not gonna lie, Adam Thielen's not super fast. He would still be possibly mid to high 80s. So I'm gonna give him a 91 overall. I know you guys are coming at me right now being like, how could you give him anything less than a 95 overall? Thing is, this is how I would rate them. I'm not going to give him a 97 just because 99% of the population thinks he's that good. Think of actually like how big of a threat they are. See, I put these guys low 80s. So if you want to argue with me, don't do it. DeAndre Hopkins. This is a guy, he is the one player in the entire league who could catch a Hail Mary in triple coverage. No other receiver can do that. Devonte Adams can't do that. Jamar Chase can't do that. Cooper Kupp can't do that. Justin Jefferson can't do that. Mike Evans can't do that. Tyreek Hill can't do that. Mike Thomas can't do it. He's legit the only guy who can do that, and because of that, only because of that, I think he could be a 99 overall. He's like the best receiver in the league. But to be honest, I do think Devonte Adams is a tad bit better than him. I'm gonna give him. He's also kind of quiet. He has not done like a whole lot with the Cardinals. With the Texans, he was a 90. He was a 98. Like he didn't always get the numbers, but he was always a threat. If you didn't quadruple cover him, he was gonna moss you every single time. I'm gonna give him. He's a 92. In fact, right now I'm actually gonna look up his stats. I'm not sure how good he did. DeAndre. No, what the heck? Oh. Why isn't it typing? Oh my gosh, I forgot. I was using my external keyboard. DeAndre Hopkins stats. I do not know how to spell the stats. Bring my mic up close because if I go like this, now you can barely hear me. So I need to do this just so you can barely hear me at all. Okay. Oh, he only played 10 games. I did not know that. 10 games, 572 yards is still only 57 yards a game. What did he do last year? 1407. Okay, yeah. So he did have a really good year last year. Yeah, I think 92 sounds good. Antonio Brown. A lot of people will say he is like a 66 overall. Some people might say he's like 90s. I'm gonna give him. I don't know if I'd say he's really better than any of these guys, to be totally honest. I'm gonna give him. He's like an 86 overall in Madden right now. At least in Madden 21 he is. Or no, I can't remember. Whatever. I'm gonna give him a 80. I'll give him an. Actually, I just remembered. Like, the reason a lot of people would want to give him like a 70 is just because of the crap that he's been in ever since 2019, really, or even 2018, really. Like, how could you even put him in the 80s? Don't you see what he's done the last few years? Yeah, do you see him with the Bucks last year? Do you see him in the Super Bowl? He's still largely the same guy. He's basically like the Antonio Brown at apprentice level. He's still a great receiver. He's just not the 99 overall that he used to be. So I'm gonna give him an yeah, he's definitely not good at Debus Samuel. 80. Let me give him an 84. 84 overall. Michael Pittman. This is one of those guys where he absolutely could be. Like, he could be in the upper 80s and maybe squeaking 90. But he just doesn't. But he simply doesn't bring it out. It's similar to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes absolutely could be a 99 overall. He has the talent, but it's only the talent for that. If you like, I only gave him like a 97 or 96 because sure he does have the talent, but the way he performs with that talent is not 99 overall. And I don't mean like. Never mind. I didn't know what I was gonna say after that. I'm gonna give him a 80 overall. Flat 80 overall. Nelson Aguilor. Remember, after 2017, I actually thought he was pretty good. He actually was kind of good with the Eagles in 2017, but that was his only decent year ever. And since then, I did not actually know. I didn't realize that he actually had like struggled catching the ball sometimes for whatever reason until I saw a video ranking all the receivers that came in the 2015 draft before Stephon Diggs and it came to Nelson Aguilor. I'm like, I was thinking of whether Stephon Diggs was better than them, and this was the first guy I was like, I don't know. But then I heard them saying like he struggled with catching, and honestly, I know you did not understand me there. They said he struggled with catching, and I'm like, wait, he did? Oh, I did not know that. He's 75 overall. T.Y. Hilton, he's like a 73. He just, have you seen what he's, okay, like 3-4 at least, like 5 years ago, he was in the 90s. He was really good, but that was like 5 years ago. I honestly don't think I've ever heard his name called on the field in the game in the past like 3 years. So I kind of want to put him in trash. Like if this was just trash, I would put him in trash, no doubt about it. Yeah, he's like Ben Roethlisberger. Like just a few years ago, he was super good, but just the past couple years, he's fallen off a cliff. Now, okay, just because of the fact that if you see Cooper Kupp for some reason is nowhere on this list. I literally checked from guy to guy to guy, and I could not see him. Robert Woods is on here, but for some reason Cooper Kupp isn't. And because Julian Edelman is another pretty good white dude, I'm gonna put him in place of that. So I'm not. This is not how I'd rate Julian Edelman. This is how I'd rate Cooper Kupp. And I actually mentioned in my last video that Cooper Kupp I would rate a 93 overall, and I'm gonna stick to that because, yes, a lot of people would say, how can you not give him a 99 overall? He just had the best receiving season in NFL history. But the thing is, I think just based off pure talent, that's not what he could have done. Based off of like just pure talent, he has the talent to do anywhere from like 1150 or 1200 yards to like 1600 yards. He's not. It's not the talent that brings him to 1947. So yeah, 93 overall. Okay, now Mike Evans. He's a 90. He's like a 90 overall in Madden. Somehow Keenan Allen's a 93 overall, which makes no sense because Mike Evans is better than Keenan Allen. There's no doubt about that. I'm gonna give Mike Evans a he's a 91 overall. Terry McLaurin. Oh yeah, you might be asking why I'd put him at a 91 when Madden does that. That was also a thing back when I wasn't so uptight with Madden ratings. A lot of stuff that I think Madden rates a guy lower. Let's say they rate like or like Drew Brees was rated a 92 overall in Madden 20, I think. And honestly, right away I thought, how is he only a 92 overall? That's crazy. That's not that good. And also back then I thought, in my mind, I was like, if you're a 93 or below, you're not that good for some reason. When I really started thinking more about Madden ratings, that made more sense to me. Terry McLaurin, gosh, if you see the catch he made against the Chargers last year, that was like the best catch of the entire season. And he literally can't do that. But that was also bad defense from the Charger guy. The Chargers player I think it literally went through his hands, and then McLaurin got it. Also, the way he just he's falling like he was basically leaning over to his right, and then he just fell back to catch it. It was insane. Terry McLaurin, I'd give. I'm gonna give him an 80. I'm gonna say he's a 85 overall. Mike Williams, 79 overall. So now that I say that, I'm gonna switch Michael Pittman down to yeah, never mind. Michael Pittman is 80 overall. I was thinking of switching Mike Williams is an 80 overall. I was thinking of switching Michael Pittman down here because I do think they're pretty similar skill set. But honestly, if I really think about it, Michael Pittman is a little bit better than Mike Williams. Now, Amari Cooper. This is a guy similar with like Nelson Aguilor that I didn't actually realize his weakness, and that's watching Wyatt's World, which is where I got this tier list ranking stuff from. I didn't realize he said that Amari Cooper plays really good until he goes up against any corner with a little bit of experience and he gets the lockdown. I had no idea about that. Mostly because back in 2019 when the Vikings played them, when the Vikings beat them 20-24, and I saw Amari Cooper was making insane catches right on the sideline. And just after that, I realized he's still really good. And that was also against Xavier Rhodes, but then again, Xavier Rhodes was like a 64 overall that year. So Amari Cooper, I'm gonna say is at 83 overall. DJ Moore, 81 overall. Is there a lot of guys in this tier? Wow. Deontay Johnson, another guy in this tier. I'm gonna give him an 84 overall. There's so many guys in that tier. Thing is, I don't think I'd actually move any of these guys down or up. That's also the thing when I used to make tier lists. What I would always do is like elite, great, good, above average, average, below average, trash, and the vast majority of guys would make it into the just good tier. But yeah, there's no wait. Elite, great, good, above. Oh yeah, above average. Okay. Now Chase Claypool. Yeah, I'd also like to mention the second half of the Vikings Steelers game last year. That Chase Claypool and Deontay Johnson those guys were like 99 overall. They were torching us. I'm gonna give Chase Claypool. He's also the type of guy, he will sometimes play extraordinarily well, but there are other games he doesn't do much. I'm going to say I'm going to give him 81 overall. Now, Jerry Judy. So this is a guy, after his rookie season 2020, I really didn't hear anything about him until my oldest brother William. I mentioned him several times and so many times in my videos now. That he actually told me about he just mossed a Jets player. If you saw the clip, basically the football's coming down and the Jets player's right on him. He catches it in the hands of the Jets player and then it just like rolls into his hands. And honestly, right after that, I thought, wow, Jerry Judy's pretty good. But the thing is, I didn't know he is also like Nelson Aguilor. He just struggles. He's a guy that I think is good, but he struggles a lot with catching. I'm gonna give him 74 overall. Now Keenan Allen. I'm gonna squeak him right in here, 86 overall. Now, Michael Gallup. This is also another guy I didn't realize until watching Wyatt's World that, like, when playing against the Vikings, any game he's played against the Vikings, he always plays really good. So I literally just thought he was really good, and then Wyatt's World mentioned that he actually has Nelson Aguilor syndrome, which basically means he'll either catch everything thrown to him or drop everything thrown to him. I've never seen a game where he drops a lot of passes. Oh, also against the Giants in I think 2019, it was, I think, tied at 20 or 23. He made 2 really good catches. One was along the sideline, and then one was a catch I literally could not believe he made. Basically, he's like this, and the football comes right down to him. The Giants defender is like right on the bottom of his legs. He catches it, falls forward. I saw that, and I'm just like, how did he make that catch? That basically then he was looking like a 93 overall dude, but I'm gonna give him 78 overall. Gosh, Sterling Shepard. He was playing behind OBJ for the first couple seasons of his career. Never did that much, and now the Giants receiving core is like one of the worst in the league. So I'm gonna give him like 71 overall. He is just bad. CD Lamb 80 overall. Marquez Valdez Scantling 60. He had a big catch late in the game against the Vikings last year. What did I say last year? In the game that the Vikings beat the Packers, he actually had a pretty nice catch late in the game. The Vikings literally just did an all-out man blitz, and he happened to get open because he was covered by Xavier Woods, who clearly cannot guard anyone close to save his life. And yeah, Marquez Valdez-Scantling just dusted him. I'm gonna give him a 72 overall. Okay. Oh, Corlyn Sutton. There's another guy that I think he was pretty good, but he just doesn't. He just doesn't do much. I didn't even know he was, to be honest, until like 2018 or 19 though. I was watching a TPS video. Can't remember what it was about, but I think it was like about the future of the Broncos. And Jamie Christmas, I've been filming for almost 30 minutes. Yeah, he said that the Broncos had a pretty bright future because they have two good wide receivers, Emmanuel Sanders and Corlyn Sutton, and then against the Vikings in 2019, he played absolutely out of his mind, but he has not done like anything since. I'm giving him a 79 overall. Stephon Diggs, 91 overall. Actually, yeah, 91 overall. Now, Juju Smith-Schuster, 80 overall. Literally all Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, and Juju Smith-Schuster, they're all pretty good wide receivers, and they're all like basically the same. Just one is slightly better than the other. Darius Slayton. There's another guy like what's his face? Sterling Shepard. He just has not really done anything. 71. No, 70 overall. He's the first like trash receiver. DK Metcalf. Gosh, this is a guy he could absolutely be like a 90 plus overall, but he just doesn't do a whole lot. Last year he had a bad year. I'm gonna say 87 overall. Okay, Christian Kirk. Ooh. 81 over. 81 overall. Oh, DJ Chark. Oh gosh, he made the Pro Bowl in 2019, but really hasn't done much since then. So I'm gonna say 78 overall. Julio Jones. If you notice, I'm getting kind of tired. I literally am. I've been doing this for over 30 minutes now. 30 minutes and 10 seconds. Okay, Julio Jones. Gosh, I miss when he was like a 98 overall. He fell off. He just fallen off the last 2 seasons. In 2020, he was just injured for so much of the season. He only played like half the games, and now this year, he just didn't do anything with the Titans. So, 83 overall. Gosh, it's like Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson was always a 95, 96 overall plus for so much of his career, but then recently he's just fallen off so much. And what makes that crazy is that they were both like the best at their position for a little while. So it's weird not seeing them be good anymore. Jarvis Landry, 80 overall. Robert Woods, 82 overall. Corey Davis, did he do anything with the Jets last year? I have no idea because I didn't watch them because they're the Jets and it's Corey Davis. So, 75 overall. Kenny Golladay, 78 overall. Oh, Devonte Smith. The first decent Eagles wide receiver since, like, I don't know, Alshon Jeffrey maybe. They drafted our J.J. Arcega-Whiteside in 2019. Drafted Jalen Reagor. They actually drafted J.J. Arcega-Whiteside right before DK Metcalf, and then drafted Jalen Reagor, literally the pick right before Justin Jefferson. Literally the two best receivers in their drafts. Obviously, Justin Jefferson's the best receiver in the league now. And now they finally actually got a decent receiver. I'm gonna say 79 overall. Gosh, it's only 11:30. Why am I so tired? Didn't even wake up that early. Gosh, there's a lot of guys to go. Okay, let's start. Let's go. T. Higgins. He's an 85 overall, same as his number. Michael Thomas. They call him can't guard Mike, more like can guard Mike, because all he does is run slants, get injured, and cry about it. Since he's been injured the last couple years, obviously, yes, he still could be like an 81 overall, but of course, man's going to rate him like a 98 overall, just because ever since 2019, when he got 149 passes, he's all of a sudden, he's just be like, oh, Michael Thomas, he's a 99. But really, I can't really give him anything good. Whatever, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and give him a 78. Yeah, because you can't give him anything really good. Curtis Samuel, playing with the Redskins last year. I'm gonna say he is 76 overall. Devonte Adams. No, I'm not going to give him a 99 overall. Whoops. Grabbed the wrong guy. I'm not going to give him a 99 overall just because he is the best receiver in the league. Because just because you're the best at your position in the league does not mean that you're a 99 overall automatically. this isn't I'm gonna give him a 97. No, I'll give him a 98 overall. And this is the thing. The reason I don't put him in 99 overall, I honestly think unless the 99 overall, you need to be like the best at your position generationally. You need that. That's how good you need to be. Really, the only guys that should be 99 overall, someone like Aaron Donald, who's might be the best defensive tackle of all time now. So, yeah, gosh, that means no one's gonna hit a 99 overall. Unless, I don't know, maybe Justin Jefferson will. Who knows? Okay, Brandon Ayuk, he just injured too much. 79 overall. Alan Lazard. I'll give him an 80 overall. Robbie Anderson, okay, with the Jets, he was like an 84 overall, but with the Panthers, he hasn't done much since he went there. I'm gonna give him I'll give him a 79 overall. Allen Robinson, this is another guy like Michael Thomas. Yes, he is still a great receiver, but he was just injured a lot last season. Barely even played. Darnell Mooney was their top receiver last year, and yet somehow, the Bears still put up a fight against Minnesota the first game. Whatever. Yeah, they also had Demir Bird being their second guy. Jakeem Grant. They had no one at wide receiver. I know Madden has him like an 80 overall. And just but his talent wise, I'd give him like a 86, but because he was injured so much, I'm gonna give him an 80 overall. Chris Godwin, 82 overall. Tyler Boyd. This is another thing with the Seahawks wide receivers. I actually watched this in a video. I can't remember if it was just a wide receiver tier list or it was ranking like every wide receiving core in the NFL. But what am I gonna say? Oh yeah, Wise World said there are teams where when you have two great wide receivers like the Vikings with Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson, or the Buccaneers with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, or say the Chargers and Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, or the Rams with Robert Woods or Odell Beckham Jr. and Cooper Kupp. Both receivers are allowed to do good at the same time. They're both allowed to play well at the same time. And that's not the case with the Seahawks. Only one of them can play good at any given time. So I'm going to give him 80. I'll give him an 84 overall. 84 overall. Okay, who is this? Oh yeah, Marvin Jones. He just played for the Jags last year, so automatically he was not gonna do anything. I'll give him like a 70. I'll give him a 78, 79. Unless it's against the Vikings, their first game against the Vikings in 2019, where he caught four touchdowns in the red zone. Of course, because he was covered by Xavier Rhodes. That's the only reason he could do it. And wow. I just realized at first there was a lot of guys in the 81 to 85 overall column. Now there's a bunch of guys in the 71 to 80 overall column. Brandon Cooks, I'll give him an 80. I'll give him an 87. He's proven he can. Watch Wallace showed this. He can get over 1,000 yards any year with any quarterback that he wants to. Like whether it's Tom Brady, Tom Brady or Deshaun Watson or Davis Mills or Tyrod Taylor or Jared Goff or Drew Brees or anyone really. Now this is Jalen Waddle. I'll give him a 78 overall. Tyreek Hill, this guy who could be like a 93 overall. I'm gonna say 92 overall. Why was I gonna say like 93 overall and then act like I was gonna put him in like 86? Justin Jefferson. This is another one like Cooper Kupp where yes, he's like a top 5 receiver in the league, but like talent wise he's not. Actually I don't know. But I'm gonna give him a 95 overall. So weird to say that now because in Madden 21, I think Madden 21, he's only like an 87 overall, and Adam Thielen is a 88 overall, I think, or 89 overall. It's just so. Yeah, he's just that good. He's just that freaking good. Darn, Devonte Adams is only one in that tier. Now let's go Calvin Ridley. So talent-wise, he's an 84 overall, but he's just, first of all, he left the league last year to focus on mental health. Because the mental health he had to focus on was really his mental health and gambling. He wanted to be mentally healthy enough to gamble and handle losing tens of millions of dollars. So, yeah, I'll give him an 84. Actually, depends on how good it does in 2023 because he's out all of this next season, 2022. So, I'm actually giving him a 79 overall just because I'm not gonna give a guy who is out the whole year out that high. Okay, now Will Fuller than your mom. I'm gonna 79 overall. Last one, Odell Beckham Jr. I'll give him an 83 overall. Okay, goodness gracious. Literally no one in 99 overall. One dude in 96 to 98. And then Darius Slayton is all the way at the bottom. And, yeah. I guess that's going to be it. So, wait. Okay, now that's going to be it for the video. Do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell, comment what videos you'd like to see. And as always, never forget the Packers will always suck. And Skull Vikings.